Bretton Woods. If it sounds like a bucolic forest hamlet in New Hampshire, that's because it is. It was also the site of a famous conference in 1944, giving birth to a new system of global trade, money, and investment.
These meetings are designed to promote trade in the post-war world and to create a foundation for lasting peace.
From that gathering of allied nations, we got the institutions known as the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, and the World Bank Group. They were thought of as the twins when first conceived, get it? But the truth is, they don't look all that much alike. The IMF oversees the international monetary system, the ways that one country can pay another, also helps nations in financial trouble to pay their debts, and provides economic policy advice. The World Bank exists to boost developing nations and eradicate poverty by providing loans and fostering the creation of jobs. The pandemic has, according to both agencies, only created greater poverty, greater debt, and greater unemployment around the world. In other words, the poor are getting poorer. 2020 was the first year in 2 decades that the number of people living in extreme poverty on less than $1.90 every day rose around the world. About 150 million more people now fit that description. Doesn't tell the whole story, though. More than 40% of the world's population, 3.3 billion people, live below $5.50 a day. Severe poverty, according to the World Bank. And the more debt poor nations have, the harder it is for their communities to climb into prosperity. As of December 2020, 50% of the world's poorest countries were at high risk of debt distress. In total, the global economy shrank by more than 4% last year, 4.3% to be exact. And when wealthy countries take economic hits, their investment in things like sustainability, climate action, and yes, poverty reduction starts to dry up. The rate of economic recovery, even for the wealthiest nations, is going to greatly depend on the speed of vaccine distribution. In a new annual report, World Bank President David Malpass warns global cooperation will be key. The IMF and World Bank have their critics. Nobel Prize-winning economist Joe Stiglitz even said IMF debt policies can do more harm than good. But there is no doubt the institutions will play a critical role in the months and years ahead. Back in 1944, nations banded together to try to put an end to war and political instability born out of economic insecurity. Will this coronavirus crisis bring us into a renewed, although perhaps reformed, Bretton Woods moment? Or will our GZERO world prevent leaders from seeing the forest for the trees?